Hi, I wanted to talk a little more about the prison today. Some of the prison stories I've told might make it seem like I look down on them or that we treat them rudely or harshly. But everything has to stay completely professional for the safety of the inmates and for the staff. An inmate's biggest goal is to get a staff member to break a rule for them so they can turn you. It starts off innocent and you don't think you're doing anything wrong. And then the next thing, you're bringing inmates in alcohol and drugs. How does this happen? They start by getting you to break one little rule. Hey, can I read that newspaper when you're done? It's not like they're not allowed to read newspapers, but we're not allowed to give them any. We're not allowed to give or take any items from an inmate. So you say, sure, you can have my paper. It's just going in the trash anyway. So after a couple of weeks of this, suddenly he says, I'd really like a Playboy magazine. And then you say, no way. And then he says, well, how would you like it if I told your boss you were giving me newspapers every day? I kept every single one. And then you're like, uh-oh. And that's how the problem starts. Maybe they'll overhear you crying to another woman about your awful husband. The point is, they are always listening. They have nothing but time on their hands. So they'll say, oh, I heard you've going through a rough time. You deserve so much better. You're so beautiful. You're so kind. I love your perfume. I love your hair. And the next thing you know, you're bringing them in saws so that they can break out. And that's exactly what happened in the big prison escape from Clinton, New York in 2015. So one shifty comment, one inappropriate comment, you have to nip that right in the bud. In my 20 years, I must have heard at least 100 stories of staff who were turned. And I probably knew personally like 15. I think I knew more. I'll tell you what, that place was always interesting.